Do you think that Pizzagate is fake news, and why?
Wow, do I think Pizzagate is fake news? Dude, I'll tell you, man. I don't know. And that's just being straight up honest with you. Like when I look initially, I put a couple people on it, right, to help me do research because that is like an area when you talk about children, you talk about sexual abuse. That's something I wanted to get right if I was to cover it, you know. And I was getting sporadic links. They showed me a picture of Tim. You got to talk about this. There'd be some pictures that were on Instagram or something. I'm like, dude, that's not enough for me to make that claim. Like that's serious, you know. I wouldn't make that claim. So when I looked at it, I didn't have enough for me to go on at the time. Now I understand there's some WikiLeaks stuff that's related to it that has been released, and people saying, Tim, this is the smoking gun. If that's true, then that changes that could change my opinion of it. But as of right now, I don't feel comfortable talking about it without some type of corroborating evidence, something that gives me a feeling that I'm on safe ground. You understand what I'm saying? Just because that's just something you just can't get wrong, man.
As I've pointed out a few times, I made
really? Okay.
One of the recent videos that I made was that Pizzagate is a false flag. It's plausible deniability, and it has plausible deniability written all over it. So whether or not it exists or whether it doesn't exist, we do know that the group of quote elites that exist do cooperate with each other. They do collude behind the curtains with Hillary's paid speeches and the private dinners that they have, and they're planning the media events. That type of stuff is real. The Anthony Weiner aspect was a very real aspect to it. And the point that I was trying to make to people is that asking tough questions to people is a good form of journalism, and it doesn't necessarily mean that this is fake news. Just more along the lines of, when I define fake news, I look at raw evidence and how can I make a judgment. And like I said, and exactly like you just said, you can look at some creepy photos on Instagram, and that doesn't mean anything. It just means that those are creepy photos. And so you can't jump to any conclusion, but what you can do, and I think what people should do, is, hey, why does this person have these creepy photos? Like, why does this pizza shop in D.C. have a pedophile symbol on their logo? Like, those, I think, are legitimate questions.
Legitimate questions.
Yeah, and
now,
a lot of people
all that being said, Michael, and I agree with you 100%, bro. All that being said, I think that it's our job to remain skeptical.
Absolutely.
And to force the issue. But I don't doubt for a second that there are people who have money who do things that they shouldn't do.
I think everybody does.
So that yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's casting couches in Hollywood. We know that. That's been revealed. One of the young actors who had I think his name was Toby. I forget his name, but one of the actors from the movie Friends or Best Friends or something. I forget his name. But anyway, there have been young actors who have come out who have spent their life growing up in Hollywood who have reported what they've been through as far as molestation, sexual abuse and stuff. So we know on the record there are people who have come out and said this is what happens, and we know there are women who said that they were sexually assaulted. So it's not that crazy an idea. It's just just because you know that there is a possibility, it doesn't mean I can assign that. And I like the way you deduce it as saying, that's just not enough, and we need more. But ask the question though.
Ask the question.
Yep. And they should have to answer. They should have to say something. Yep. Especially Comet ping pong people.
Yes,
I agree. You got a logo on your channel. If it had like a Klan symbol. Yeah. Or a Fort Wright symbol or a swastika, I'd ask you. I'd be like, Mike, what's up with this, man?
Yeah, what the hell's this
and
going on?
You might have a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Lord, hopefully you'd have a reason. And you say, well, I did this for this.
Right.